Hello viewers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can configure IP address in computer network. Okay, so if we have a network this way, so let me say I have like 5 computers and I want to give them IP address for them to be able to communicate together. Now these computers will be connected together using this switch. Okay, so for us to be able to connect this network together, we are going to use a straight through. Remember, if you are connecting an unlike devices together, we use a straight through, and if we are connecting like devices together, we use a crossover. Okay, so this switch has only console ports. Remember, we can add ports to our switch, but then let me see if I have another switch that has a complete port. Let me try this switch here. So I'm going to delete this. Okay, so I'm going to be using a straight through. Okay, here we have enough ports. Like I said, remember you can add ports to your switch. I've done video on that. Okay, so we're going to connect this also. Fast Ethernet 2 to this. Fast Ethernet 03 to this. Fast Ethernet 04 to this computer, and Fast Ethernet 05 to this computer here. Okay, so let me bring this to the center. So before I continue, please, I'll need your support by just clicking on the subscription button, and also you can turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I drop a new video. And if you have watched any of my video and you learned something from it, please give that video a like. All right, so like I said, remember, I'll always refer to a real life scenario. Okay, so I'm going to be configuring this using this simulator, and also I'm going to be showing you how you can do it using your computer. All right, so if you want to give an IP address to your computers on a network, okay, so this is what you're going to do. The shortest form doing it on your computer is to come to this network part. Okay, right click on it, go to open network and internet settings. So once you're done with that, go to Ethernet, click on change adapter. So from this part, click on change adapter settings. All right, so from here, right click on this Ethernet. Now we have different adapters here, so you can configure your IP address on any of the adapter depending on which one you're using at that particular moment. Okay, so but here we're going to be configuring it on the Ethernet adapter. All right, so right click on it, go to properties. Now locate Internet Protocol version 4, double click, and this part will open. Okay, so from here you can statically give your computer an IP address, or you can allow your computer to receive or to obtain IP address automatically from your DHCP server. Okay, I've already done a video on how to create a DHCP server, so you can watch out that video and see how it is being done. Okay, so here if you want to give your IP address statically, now remember you already have your IP address range. Okay, you have already done your subnetting and you have your IP address ranges. Okay, so you can give PC1, maybe let's use 172.16, okay, .2, let's say maybe .1. So subnet mask, this is a class B IP address, so this is 255.255.0.0. so remember, if your network is subnetted, this subnet mask will not be exactly this way. All right, so if you have a gateway, now in this situation we don't have a gateway. So a gateway means a router that will allow our network to communicate, that will allow this network here to communicate with another network. Okay, but then we don't have a gateway in this topology. Okay, so we don't need gateway here. So if you have a DNS server configured, you can give the DNS address here. All right, so once you are done, you click on OK, and that is all. So if you have your second PC, the same thing, come to properties, locate the Internet Protocol version 4. Okay, click on static, give it maybe 2.2, 2.3, depending on your IP address range. All right, So if I come back to this topology, I'm going to do the same thing. So come to click on any of the computer now and click on IP config. Now let's give it an address. So let's say 172.16.1.2. okay, so let me start this way so that we'll not be having a complicated network. So let me use this simple IP address so that we'll not have a complicated network. So 255.255.255.0. we don't have gateway, remember. So come to the second computer, desktop, IP config. So 172.1.6.1.3, 255.255.255.0. so same thing here, 172.16.2. okay, .1 rather, .1.4. okay, subnet mask. So likewise here, so we're going to have 172.16.1.5. all right, 255.255.255.0. so for the last PC, we're going to give it 172.16.1.6, 255.255.255.0.0. all right, so we are done giving an IP address to this system. Now remember, if you give an IP address to your system and you forgot the IP address and you want to see what IP address you give to your system, this is what you're supposed to do. So come to your command prompt. Okay, so let me still demonstrate it on my real device before we come back to the simulator. So come to your command prompt. You can use Windows R on your keyboard and type CMD, which is command prompt, enter. So from here we can type ipconfig ipconfig fig, right? Okay, so from here you can see the IP address we have configured. Now the available adapter we can use on this system is the Ethernet 4. okay, so not that first one. So you can come back to your settings, right? So let's cancel this. So come back to your settings. So this is the available adapter. Okay, it's even enabled. I didn't even notice it. So open it, properties, IP version 4, double click on it. All right, so we have this part, right? So as usual, you can give it the IP address you wish. So let's say 172.16, let's say .2.1, right? So IP subnet mask .1. So subnet mask 255.255.0.0. okay, so we'll leave every other thing the way it is. Okay. So let's come back to our command prompt. All right, so IP config, enter. All right, so we are good now. Okay, so you can actually find out the adapter you want to, or you need to configure the IP address using this command. Okay, so from here we can see the static IP address we have given to our computer. So let's come back to this topology. So the same thing can still happen here. Click on the computer, come to command prompt and type in IP config. So from here, let me expand this. So from here you can see the IP address we give to this system. Okay, so same thing can happen to any of the system. Okay, so IP config. all right, so this is the IP address we give to this. So I've also done a video where I explain clearly step by step of different troubleshooting command you can use on Cisco devices like the routers and switches. So I'm going to be dropping the link to that video in the description below. You can check it out. Okay, so from here, now we know that this system is 172.16.1.6. so we can ping from any of the systems. So for us to ping, you come to command prompt, same command prompt. So ping, so we use this command, ping 172.16.1.6. So if I click on enter, we're going to see that we are having a reply. So ping command is used for testing connectivity between your devices. Okay, so if you watch that video, you're going to understand these commands very well. So I can also ping this device. So first of all, let's find out which IP address this device has. So ipconfig. So this device is having 172.16.1.3. So I'm going to ping it from this. Okay, so ping 172.16.1.3. So we're getting a reply. Okay, so that means there's connectivity between this PC and this PC, and also between this PC and this PC. So this is how you can configure an IP address on your computers so that they can communicate together in the same network. All right, remember, this is a local area network. All these computers are on the same network. Now if you want these computers to communicate outside their network, you need a router. Okay, so we'll be doing that in our next video. Thank you guys, that will be all for this video. Please, if you like the kind of content I'm dropping on this channel and you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please click on the subscription button, and also don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I drop a new video. And if you have watched any of my video and you learned something from it, please give that video a like. Thank you guys, and see you in my next video.